Wonder went out there and got it done. I tell you what, he's got a lot of heart, Steve Nash. And he's playing so well. At his age, it's hard to believe that he's been able to go out there, maintain his quickness, and have the effect he has on the game. The Nash effect is everybody's better when you play with the Steve Nash. It's a great effect, and the team has a lot of confidence because he's finding open shots for different players and just got such a beautiful feel for the game.
And Alvin Gentry's done a great job too, because they found that blend from a defensive standpoint.
Absolutely agreed. They can win games now by playing defense where in the past they couldn't.
And the Hawks try to finish this third quarter strong. Crawford to Horford. Horford altered shot once again. Nelson now into the front court. 72-59 Orlando. Anderson to three, doesn't fall this time. 10 of 23 from deep. Joe Johnson out of the wing. Pachulia wants it. Evans now back up top. Johnson quickly to Crawford. Shot clock down to 4. Crawford over Nelson and a foul on Jameer Nelson.
They're really trying to get Horford the ball down low, but you know Anderson's fronting him, and they're really making it hard to get the ball down into Al Horford being guarded by Anderson. And so good defense by Orlando, and you know the Hawks are trying to get it punched inside, and you got a foul here on a jump shot on Crawford. So Crawford gets 2 free throws.
Nelson picks up his second. Crawford at the free throw line. There have been some great guard play in this postseason. Nelson, big numbers. Nash at the age of 36 continues to do it. How about Darren Williams? He missed that shot the other night in the putback for the Jazz, but still huge numbers. And Rajon Rondo with just a spectacular effort in Game 4, tying up that series.
Any one of those 4 point guards, any one of those 4 point guards, boy, you're feeling pretty good if you're the coach coaching those guys. You got some guys on the floor that are really gonna help you. Speaking of one of those guys on the floor, Jameer Nelson, great drive by Carter, throwing it out there. Again, we talked about it all game long. They create the corner three steady, high percentage shot, and Jameer Nelson knocking it down.
7 of 10 from the field is Jameer Nelson. Crawford. Under a minute remaining in the third. Rises up. And a foul is called on Nelson. That's going to be his third, as Crawford was trying to create some contact there. And Stan Van Gundy with the response. And Crawford's going to head to the line, and he's going to shoot 3. And this is
third time this quarter that he got fouled on jump shots. And you know the golden rule is get a hand up, but don't foul jump shooters. And Stan's a little frustrated. He was talking about, I see he went up to Matt Barnes earlier and said, do not get it, don't foul him, just get a hand up. And he's done it 3 times so far. Crawford's got the line on jump shots, getting fouled on jump shots.
And Stan Van Gundy just saying that to Jameer Nelson. In this 12-point game, Crawford 2 of 9, but he is 7 of 8 from the free throw line, and he has 11 points. Crawford over the last 2 games averaging 22.5 points since a 5-point performance in Game 1. He has scored 22 or more in 4 of the last 5 playoff games. 11 points once again. Carter. Anderson. Up fake. Carter gives it up. Barnes. Long rebound, Josh Smith. Joe Johnson, the 3. No. Tapped up. Loose ball, Anderson and the Magic. Turnover. Hawk basketball with 17.7 seconds remaining in the third.
Well, right now, get a hoop here, Hawks. Get it under 10. Going into the fourth quarter, see if you can't get a little momentum going into the final quarter here of this game.
Magic have turned it over 6 times here in the quarter. The Hawks just won. Crawford on the drive over Howard. Nelson eyeing it. No. 75-66. Crawford with 10 of his 14 here in the third quarter as he sizes up Dwight Howard at the end.
He sure did. Saw him coming in, got a little extra arch on that ball, lofted it up over Dwight Howard, and got the Atlanta Hawks within 9, and that's where you want to be. You want to be single digits going into the fourth quarter, and we'll see what the Hawks are made of in these next 12 minutes.
All right, welcome back to Atlanta. The Hawks are down by 9 points. It's time for the Coach's Corner, presented by Verizon Wireless and Coach Woodson. 12 minutes away from elimination. What do you need to see in this last quarter?
We need defense. You know, our offense has been sputtering, but we finally found a little bit of it that quarter. But we got to still defend, man. Right now we're giving up too many easy buckets, you know, at the rim. We got to force them to have to make jump shots. And we do that, we'll put ourselves in position.
All right, thanks a lot, Coach.
Okay, sure.
The fourth quarter for Joe Johnson, Jamal Crawford, and the Atlanta Hawks. It comes down to this: if they want to extend this second round series with Orlando, down 9, 75-66. Game 4. Williams with Howard, Lewis, Carter, and Petrus. Carter, entry pass, and a foul's going to be charged to Pachulia, and that's going to be his third. Orlando, over the last 9 minutes of that third quarter, they made just 3 field goals, all of them 3-pointers. And then you factor in the turnovers and the foul shots, and it's a 9-point game.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the one beef that Stan may have tonight with his team is too many turnovers.
14. Atlanta hasn't taken advantage of it. Just 7 off of the 14. Petrus and a foul. And a foul is going to be charged to Pachulia for grabbing on to Dwight Howard, and Bennett Salvatore showing Zaza Pachulia exactly what he did.
Boy, Bennett grabbed a big piece of his shorts there, was pulling him pretty hard there. Bennett really showed him what the guy did there.
This is what you did.
He said,
no question about it.
You grabbed him right by the shorts and you pulled like this. I like that. That baby Bennett.
The third on Zaza. Shot clock at 24. A fresh one. Carter gives it to Lewis. Up fake. Entry pass. Denied. Howard gets it back. Lewis, the 3. What a 3. Smith goes down to help.
Exactly. Josh Smith turns his back. Lewis repositions. Easy throw out for Howard. You cannot leave a shooter like Rashard Lewis. Turn your back on him. If you're Josh Smith, you've got to keep eye contact with him.
12 of 27 from 3. Petrus pulls it out. Lewis with a dozen on 4 or 5 shooting. Carter gets it back. Long 2, count it. Vince Carter, 20 points on 6 of 9 shooting. Carter, for the 3rd time in this series, has 20 or more points. 80-66. The threes keep raining in for the Orlando Magic here in Game 4 against Atlanta. One of the key things that Orlando has done defensively throughout this series is take away fast break opportunities. And a
moving
foul.
pick on Pachulia there, yeah.
And that's going to be his 5th. And tonight for the Hawks, they have just 4 fast break points. Magic turned it over 14 times, but just 7 points off of those turnovers. And this is one of the best fast-breaking teams in the NBA, at least during the regular season.
No, I agree. The turnovers that Orlando's had has been some offensive fouls, 3 seconds, where they haven't had a chance to run out. But yet, that's where Atlanta makes their hay, is when they get turnovers, they get out, they get in the open court. They're a good fast-breaking team, as you see. Vince Carter missed a 3 there, but they haven't been able to do that this entire series, Matt. Orlando's just had them kind of on lockdown, and they have too much of this where they're just going against a set Orlando defense, and that Orlando defense is awful tough.
Crawford, 3 of 10, but getting to the line, he's not 8 of 9 there. Fade